My husband cheated on me, so I let his entire family watch.
It's time for your GIAT exam.
Good with the bad, smile with the sad.
I'm 21.
Some bread for some head?
This is a medieval toilet. The feces would directly fall.
Oh, by the way, I invited Peter and Jenny Leopard over for dinner next week.
The internet is a lot different these days than it used to be. I was actually talking to some friends last night about the internet now and what streaming and what YouTube is like now versus when I started, which was 2012. And a lot has changed. And so today I kind of want to talk about that, not necessarily about YouTube or Twitch and streaming in general, but about the internet in general. Is it dead? Is it dying? Is it already 6 feet under? So I was born in 1996, October 24th. Happy birthday to me. I'm 28 now. I'm the same age that my dad was when I was born. It's so awesome. I was born in 1996, which is 13 years after the invention of the internet. So I grew up with the internet. I never really knew a time without the internet. I don't really have a first memory of the internet per se, but I have a lot of old memories of playing games on the family computer back when it was like the family computer. You know, now like everybody has smartphones and everybody has a laptop. I mean, not everybody, obviously. I grew up in a time where there was the family computer and you go on the computer, and then when you're off the computer, you don't have access to the internet like we do now on our phones. So a lot of my early memories of the internet and computers is just playing games. Probably, now that I think about it, my first memories of the internet, like actually of the internet, are probably addictinggames.com, because that's all I used the internet for, was to play games when I was a kid. I wasn't searching anything until I found out about boobs. Hell yeah, baby. I would search up on Google and I'd say, picture of boob, no clothes. Sick. And then in 5th grade, my best friend showed me porn and I snitched. I felt really bad, and I told my parents, and then he got in big trouble, and then yeah, that was rough for me. I shouldn't have done that. That was shitty. I'm sorry.
Big thank you to Helix Mattresses for being the sponsor of today's video. In today's world, it's so hard to get a good night's rest. I know I've struggled for quite a while to just get a quality night's sleep where I'm not tossing, turning, uncomfortable because the mattress just wasn't quite right. But thanks to Helix, my sleep has been changed forever. Right now, Helix is doing their Black Friday sale, and your sleep can be changed as well. You can do just what I did. Go to Helix, take their sleep quiz, and figure out exactly what mattress is right for you. Do you need a softer mattress? A more firm mattress for support? They'll help you figure it out and find the Goldilocks bed just for you to get the perfect night's sleep. And because you're one of my loyal supporters who offers me never-ending love, Helix is offering you an exclusive Black Friday deal. All you gotta do is go to helixsleep.com/Ethan
Nestor
to get 27% off your mattress order at checkout. With this, you'll also get 2 free pillows and a bedding bundle with your Luxe or Elite mattress order. Helix has so many options for you, not only just the mattress, but also a 10-year warranty and financing options. They can help you find the mattress for you at a price that you can pay every month. What's also amazing is it gets shipped right to your door. You just take it out of the box, put it on your bed frame, and you're set and ready to go. Helix also has a 100-night sleep trial to ensure you love your mattress. I love my Helix mattress. Spencer loves his Helix mattress. And we think that you would too. So go to helixsleep.com/Ethan Nestor to get 27% off your order, which will also give you 2 free pillows and that bedding bundle for a Luxe or Elite mattress order. Stop tossing and turning every night. Stop waking up screaming because your sleep is so bad. Start this year off better with better sleep from Helix.
Then in 2005, 2006, whenever it was, Justin popped it up on stream, YouTube was created, and YouTube became the main thing that I went on the internet for. And I think a lot of kids at that time went on the internet for YouTube. You would just watch funny videos. That's what you would do in your time. And then you guys know the rest of the story. I started making videos, blah, blah, blah. I'm here now. But now, 12 years later, after creating my YouTube channel, I look back on kind of like the glory days of the internet, and it's it's kind of sad looking back because I really don't like where the internet is today. Not only like the platforms and stuff, but the internet feels like a shitty place to be now. It doesn't feel as positive and it doesn't feel as creative as it used to be. It doesn't feel as fun. It feels like that picture of the war veteran. That's what it feels like going on the internet these days. And I personally think that it feels this way for three main reasons. One is just the absolute drivel that is on platforms these days, like the clips from the TikToks at the beginning of the video. Two is the insane amount of bots and AI. Three is just the insane amount of negativity. Everybody's always at each other's throats. And I'm adding in a fourth, which is just ads, which that one's a little bit more complicated. We'll get to that in a bit, but those are the four big things that I think are making the internet terrible and a place that I don't really want to be on anymore. I think that a lot of people have this now, where you have this idea in your head of like, someday I want to be out in a farm and disconnected from the world and unplugged from the internet. Oh, how great that would be. And I too someday want to do that, just completely unplug from the internet. I don't want to be on here anymore. But I feel like the internet and our devices, and I feel like so old saying this, but I feel as though our phones and the internet are kind of just draining us dry. We've all heard of the term doom scrolling, when you're just on your phone and you are just scrolling endlessly for hours and hours and hours, and time just passes. Time just passes and you're not doing anything. You're just sitting there on your phone. I want everybody to take out their phone, and I want you to post in the comments what your screen time is. Everybody let me know what your screen time is. How do I find my screen time? So my screen time doesn't actually seem that bad, which makes me upset because it's still a high number. So my screen time is 5 hours and 7 minutes. I'm on my phone for 5 hours a day. Huh? And I think that that is probably around the average. I mean, again, I do use the internet for my job, so maybe it's a little bit above average, but I feel like people are just constantly on their phones all the time, and it's really bad. It's really bad because the stuff that we're ingesting is bullshit, dude. Even my stuff, it's not enlightening content that I'm giving you. I'm giving you fun stuff, and you know, it's entertainment. But there's so much on the internet that right now that I'm just gonna speak from the heart and be honest. I think that a lot of what is currently popular is just not good, and it's not like productive for society. I think that short form content is also rotting our brains at a much faster rate than older entertainment on the internet, as far as YouTube videos and stuff, because at least, you know, when YouTube started, the videos were a few minutes long, and then people started making longer things and longer things and longer things. But now with Instagram Reels and TikToks and shit like that, it's just short form stuff that is just, it's nothing. It is nothing, and we are just rotting our brains with it. And I'm not the only one that's thinking this way. Back earlier this year, maybe it was last year, I don't remember, there was that threat of TikTok being deleted from the US App Store, and I was on the side of go for it. Like, I was kind of secretly hoping that TikTok would get deleted from the App Store just so I wouldn't go on it anymore. And when Elon bought Twitter, I was hoping the same thing, that he would just run the platform into the ground, which he has, but that the application would just get deleted. And I'm kind of hoping this for a lot of social media. Secretly inside, I'm like, I just don't want this anymore. And I think that a lot of people feel the same way. I'll even do a poll right now, and we'll see what people say. And it's not just my Twitter audience that has this same view of the internet. My friend Vernon shared this with me the other day. The Harris poll did a survey of just over 1,000 Gen Z adults from ages 18 to 27, asking about their beliefs regarding the impact of social media and smartphones. And with that report, nearly half of those people wish that TikTok, Snapchat, and Twitter were never invented. And then branching off of that, a smaller percentage, 15%, wish that YouTube was never invented, 17% wish Netflix was never invented, and 17% wish the internet itself was never invented. So it's not an abnormal thing now having that belief of, yeah, I kind of wish like this thing wasn't around anymore, because I think all of us are noticing the harmful impacts that it has on our lives and our mental health, especially. Being somebody who has been a creator on the internet for a long time, I've always felt this pressure of, okay, I need to be posting, I need to be sharing things, I need to be uploading to YouTube and making Instagram posts and making Twitter posts and blah, 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 because it's part of my job. But that's just the case for everybody now. Everybody feels the need to be doing that constantly, all the time. We all, for some reason, feel this pressure to constantly be showing people what we're doing and the successes that we're having and the fun things that we're doing. It's kind of like FOMO, like the fear of missing out, but in a weird way of like the fear of other people missing out on the thing that I'm doing because I want them to accept me and validate me all the time. We're just constantly looking for validation from other people, and it's really, really, really unhealthy, especially when social media is as negative as it is. There's so much hate on the internet across the board. But going off of what I just said about people feeling the need to post things all the time, I think it's created just a well of vapid content. Again, harkening back to the TikToks that I showed you at the beginning of this, and this is no hate to people posting these TikToks or anything like that, but so much stuff on Instagram Reels and TikTok and YouTube Shorts, it's all just mindless content. Like, there's nothing there. It feels like all it is just this bullshit. I don't even know how to articulate it better. It's all just bullshit. It's just people going to Costco and being like, oh, this fucking sandwich it's doom. Oh, hawk to spit on that thing. Ooh. It just, this is gonna sound so weird. It feels like the internet just has no actual like culture around it anymore. It's all just fucking dumb memes that aren't even funny and don't even really mean anything. I don't know if I'm out of pocket for saying that, but it just feels like there's nothing actually happening on the internet anymore. And going into this next segment, we're going to talk about why it feels like there's nothing happening on the internet anymore. And the reason is because it feels like there's less genuine interaction on the internet than it used to be. And I'm not talking about just for me, and you can make the jokes of like, oh, your channel's dying, blah, blah, blah. That's why you feel like you're having less natural interactions. It's across the board. There are a much higher percentage of bots and AI accounts than there used to be. You used to post a video or a post or whatever, and you knew that all of the responses that you were getting were from actual people. Even if they were shitheads, it's actual people responding to your stuff. Now, it's way harder to tell if the people who are interacting with your content are actual people or not, or if it's just bots. We've seen jokes about it on Twitter as well, of people making fun of their comment sections because bots are interacting with each other and fighting each other. Even in the comments of this video, there's probably a couple of bot accounts. Maybe not, because it's my second channel. I don't know. There's bot comments on my main channel videos all the time where they will take a genuine comment that somebody has said and just copy and paste it from an account that has a girl with a bikini, and they want you to click the link on their YouTube or whatever. And so it's starting to feel like the internet is more of a shell of itself now, because we're interacting with less people and there's less life to it. And this feeling actually has a name. It's a theory. It's called the dead internet theory. At the beginning of this year, Forbes put out this article about the dead internet theory. I'll link it in the description below. It's very, very interesting. But it talks about this theory that the internet kind of peaked in 2016. That was the peak of real users before generative AI became more commonly and easily used. And it's gotten to this point now in 2024 where not only are we getting replies from bots all the time, but there's bots and AI that are actually making content. There's AI influencers now. There's a bunch of stuff on TikTok and Reels that's all just AI generated stuff, just trying to get as much traffic as possible. And it feels like the internet and content creation is just kind of turning into this weird factory where stuff is just being pumped out to the masses because everyone knows that we're just constantly scrolling on our phones, and we're going to scroll through this stuff and just get stuck in this loop on our phones. And with this whole dead internet theory, this cybersecurity account Imperva did a research report in they do it every year, I think, but the 2024 Imperva research report revealed that almost 50% of internet traffic comes from non-human sources. So it's coming from bots. Almost half of the stuff that we're ingesting on the internet could not be from an actual person now, which is so weird. AI really scares me a lot, and I think that there are good use cases for it. There's a lot of stuff about it that I think is really bad. Like, I think that using AI creatively goes against my morals. Like, creativity stuff I think people should be doing. We shouldn't be promoting art that is made by AI, especially when it's pulling sources from other people's stuff. I think that AI should not be a thing that creates things wholly. I think that it should be used as a tool to make things easier or quicken a process of something. You know, I think it's useful for things like customer service. If you just want a quick thing, an AI bot can help you find the answer quickly with stuff like in Photoshop. It is nice being able to, you know, you want to paint this thing out or get this thing out of an image. AI can just take it out rather than you going in and doing it yourself. Stuff like that is a nice feature to have. It's a nice tool, but when things are being wholly created by AI, that's a thing that is that's very troubling to me. And so seeing this, that almost 50% of internet traffic is coming from non-human sources, it's really scary in many ways, but also as a creator, it's very scary because, you know, you're always trying to grow your channel and grow your content. And now it's getting to a point where it's like, how do I improve and grow and succeed when I am no longer only trying to cater to my audience, I'm also trying to cater to the algorithm and like this sea of traffic that is not actually real. I now have to compete with AI influencers, and I have to compete with these like bot TikTok accounts that are just spewing out AI Reddit shit. It's just kind of disturbing, and it's very demotivating thinking like, oh, okay, well, now I have to, you know, try and compete with the rest of the traffic on the internet that is not actual people. And when it even is from people, again, there's so much negativity. It feels like everything right now is drama based. The stuff that's really flourishing, I mean, people have always been glued to hot goss, but you know, everything is drama based. Everything is about the headline of, oh, this kick streamer did this thing, blah 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 blah. It feels like people are trying to get in trouble now for clicks. Some of the things that I see, I tweeted about it the other day, it doesn't seem real. Like this thing that was trending, Aiden Ross versus Gucci third leg condom NFT controversy. What the fuck are you talking about? What is this? Me talking about drivel on the internet, also me tweeting poop retweet. So I am really worried about this sort of short form takeover of the internet. I miss when people were making things for genuine reasons, making things for fun rather than making things to try and get more numbers. I was even talking to my manager about this the other day. We were talking about how it's good to be posting shorts. It's good for growth on channels. It's good to get people to subscribe because a lot of people are on YouTube watching shorts right now. And it just kind of sucks because I don't really want to. I don't have any desire to do that, but it is the truth. That is how people are growing a lot right now. And it's not that I have a disdain towards short form content inherently. It's just that a lot of the short form content feels like bullshit a little bit. I don't know. I might be wrong, but that's just kind of the way that I feel about it. So there was a lot of stuff in this video, and I don't even know if I came to like an actual conclusion. I just kind of wanted to talk about this. But to end this video, I think there's this thought of like, okay, the internet is in a really weird place right now. It's in kind of a really shitty place, and can we revive it? And I think in a way we could. Like, I think that more and more people are seeing how bad the internet is and are wanting out, not necessarily of the internet, but of different platforms. Like, I've seen a lot of people recently transitioning from Twitter to Blue Sky because they're like, I just don't want to be in this hellhole that Twitter is anymore. And I think that more people are starting to drift back into more homegrown content, if you will, on YouTube. I think people are getting sick of the kind of overproduced, over exaggerated, like Mr. Beastie kind of videos, and people are starting to shift back over. The pendulum is starting to come the other way. a little bit, I think. And I would really like to see it swing back to people just making fun content to make fun content, and it's not people just making bullshit that they know that people will click on. This whole video was probably a little bit of a clusterfuck, but let me know your thoughts down below on what you think about the internet currently. Let me know what you think about social media. Let me know what your screen time is. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope this was all right. Go ahead, give it a good old like. Why don't you subscribe? Wow, they implemented a thing where the subscribe and the like button shines now. Isn't that cool? Hey. Anyway, thank you guys so much. See you in the next one. Bye.